course, taking another tack on it, one of the other key parts in any planning effort is to look at this changing environment that we're in. And online instruction is something that Eastern has not done, by comparison to certain other institutions, has not done as much as some others. I think we can take some real pride in the fact that what we have done extremely well. And I think some recent reports that came out late in the spring semester reflecting on the quality of our online programs was very heartening. But to what extent in the strategic planning and in the financial planning councils has online instruction received any attention?
Well, it's gotten quite a bit of attention, and the challenge there is that we grow our online programs in ways that best serve our students and in ways that retain what we find is important in terms of Eastern Kentucky University. We are known as a faculty that knows its students, that cares about its students, and there is sort of a nurturing environment here. And you can do that with online programs as well. I think, for example, Justice and Safety has some, and they're showing that. But it's not easy, and so what we're doing in strategic planning is trying to put a spotlight on online programs, because we feel that that's, if done well, that's in the best interest of the university and its students. We know, for example, that we're not as accessible as we'd like to be to some of our students in the far eastern part of our region. Online programs will help that very definitely. But at the same time, we have to have the infrastructure in place. Faculty are not born knowing how to teach online. And in fact, they're not really born knowing how to teach in many cases. We have put a lot of resources, and I think you're to be commended for being part of this, a lot of resources in faculty development, in professional development, and we're working not just to improve teaching in the classroom, but to create partnerships, excuse me, create partnerships with those who will help us develop online programs and those who will help us learn how to better teach in those programs.
Of course, there's a mindset, and it's a somewhat wrong-headed mindset out in the general population, if you will, that somehow or other online instruction is something that's very economical to do. And of course, you know, you talked about the technological infrastructure that's required to do online instruction effectively is costly.
Yes, it is.
You talked about faculty development, and in my view, one of the most important things that the senior leadership at any institution can do is build capacity. And I think that's what we're really about in terms of our professional development activities for our faculty and our staff. But teaching online is different.
Yes, it is.
You know, I've taught the same class both online and in the standard classroom, and it's much easier, and it's really more economical to teach it in that standard classroom setting. So there's a fact the actual development of the faculty to make them more effective in the online environment has a price tag on it. The development of the courses themselves has a significant price tag as well.
Yes, that's right. And one of the things that we've been doing is faculty will get release time to develop a course, because, as you say, it is very different than being in the classroom. We have a faculty member in my department who is developed several online courses, and there was release time as part of that. Very extensive use of both IT personnel and also the help that she needed in terms of how to actually insert components into her course to facilitate student involvement. The last thing that we want is a passive teaching system in terms of being online classes.
Exactly. And as you say, you know, the support staff that's necessary to support the faculty members' effort in an online class exceeds that of what's required in the standard classroom. But when you talk about the passive piece, I guess we can bifurcate this. You can do online instruction and it be essentially a computerized correspondence course.
Right.
And that's what we don't want.
That's right. And that's what, when you talk to faculty who are a bit worried about this, I think that's what they're thinking. Not that we're going to do it, but they worry that it could happen. And so the Strategic Planning Council and the Financial Planning Council working together have this very much in mind. We're very mindful of the fact that if we become a correspondence institution, we have we're not following a mission, we've lost our way, and I think there are too many people who love this institution and don't want to see that happen. Oh,
I couldn't agree more. And you mentioned the Essential Eastern, of which I speak a lot. And this is a gross oversimplification and much easier to say than it is to do. But it seems to me that one of the things that we're after in online instruction is to find a way to incorporate and to embed the Essential Eastern, the value added that will bring to online instruction. And that's, in my view, one of the things then that will set us apart.
Yes, and I happened to see some student evaluations for this one faculty member I was talking about who has developed a number of online classes. And several students commented, I didn't even know feel like we were online. I felt like I knew my fellow students, my instructor knew me, and that's really what we want. We, as I said, we're known for that kind of nurturing environment, and if we lose that, then we lose an important element.